Afternoon everyone. Today's Saturday and I'm going to do something a little bit different. So we went shopping, went to Cabilly and we got quite a big joint of pork. So I've cut it down into two bits. One I'll do is like a roasting joint, and today I'm going to try, well we were planning to have kebabs, right? And I was thinking, well, what can I do to make it a bit quirky, something different? So long story short, Lucy bought me a meat slicer which is upstairs, and when we were living on the other farm, we done a suckling pig on a spit. So I was thinking, well, why can't I do that in the barbecue? So what I've done, I've got the metal rod here. Now bear in mind that metal rod is pretty bent, but it's only flimsy. There's a joint in the middle. It's the joint in the middle that's sort of gone a bit wonky. But once that fire dies down, turns into embers, I'm going to put the bit of pork onto this to stop it moving, and then it slides onto the spit itself, and then I can just turn it by hand as and when it needs it. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. It could go completely wrong, but I just thought it would be something fun, something different, and a bloody good excuse to have a couple of beers in the man cave. So I'll let these fires die down and then I'll set it up and we'll see what it looks like. It might not work, so, but yeah, I'll if I can find the photos, I'll try and get Lucy to put the photos up of it was actually a suckling pig that we done on the spit before, so, and that come out incredible. You know, me and Joe, we sat up there all day drinking. It was my birthday, so we just sat up there all day, just turning it by hand, and yeah, it was a bloody good night. First time I've ever had suckling pig as well, but obviously suckling pig is a bit too big for what we want. So this joint of pork should come out quite nice. So I'm going to cook it on the spit, and then get my meat slicer, cut it into slices, and then just make kebabs out of it. So yeah, I think it'll come out really good. I just need to take my time with it. Obviously I don't want to rush it, and you know, if obviously the flames are still going, it's just going to burn too quick. So I just need to take my time and do it right. But yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. So this is the setup. The meat's on there. It's been marinated in like a barbecue rub, left overnight. Once the fire dies down a bit, I will spread it across so it's nice and even. And the rod itself, I just put on like a heat-proof glove, and I can turn it quite easily. Yeah, I think this is going to work great. It already smells fantastic. But yeah, I think this is going to work really well. As long as I can actually keep an eye on it. I mean, I am definitely going to have a few beers, but yeah, really looking forward to this. I mean, I suppose it is actually like warm enough there, like it probably is cooking, but I really want to get that even cook, so I'm going to spread it across at the bottom. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Absolutely can't wait. So just a little update, I just went to turn it and the meat actually spun. So what I'd done was, there's a small screw that I took out that was weathers, you know, it was pretty brittle to be honest. So I took that out, got a smaller screw and wedged it in, and now I can turn that ain't going nowhere. So that ain't gonna spin every time I turn the spit. The fire's actually really hot, so I might just might spread that out now because there's some good embers. And yeah, cooking on fire as they say. Quick update, the meat looks awesome. Obviously it's got quite a ways to go as yet, but it's got a nice colour to it. I have got a spray bottle full of water just to cool it down, to stop it getting too like dry and too much colour. But after a couple of beers, I'm starting to get hungry. So Lucy doesn't like mushrooms, I love them. So I just got some whole onions and some garlic and onion powder in there, and that is going to be my lunch. Spot on. So the meat's been on 2.5 hours. I'm probably going to cook it for another hour and a half, I guess. It's difficult to tell. I should be using a temperature probe to have in there, and then once it reaches a certain temperature, I know it's cooked inside because it's pork. Obviously, with beef, it's not so bad. But I've wrapped it in foil. I got the colour and the smoke. Obviously, I don't want it too smoky because it becomes bitter and horrible. But yeah, it looked really, really, really good. So I wrapped it in foil. I just want to bring it up to temperature now. So I actually chucked a couple of logs on because it got too hot. I've been adding small bits of charcoal just to keep the temperature up because I'm in and out the man cave. And yeah, I mean it is hot. It is hot. So I'm turning it every sort of 10 minutes. But I think it's going to be good. Hopefully it's not going to be too dry. I just, you know, I mean, I'm cooking it blind. You know, it's going to go one way or the other. It's either it's going to be overcooked or it's going to be raw. But it should be okay. I'm going to cut it into thin slices. I'm going to unravel it. Like once I think it's cooked, I'm going to take the foil off. I'm going to make like a barbecue dressing to brush on top and then set that on top. And then I'll let it cool down. Let it rest, put it in the thin slices, and then we're going to have like kebabs with it. I was going to do some roast peppers, and I still could. I mean, what I could do is I could slide that back. And then put the peppers on the spit itself, or I could just chuck them on the coals, you know. Roasted peppers, who don't like them? But yeah, so this is the easy part now. I'm just chilling. In the 2.5 hours it's been on, I've had like 6 beers because I've been up and down, messing about with it. And so this is the easy part. This is where I'm going to sink a few more beers. I'm going to watch a few more episodes on Netflix. Yeah, enjoying it. Love this sort of thing. This sort of thing, absolutely love. Like, over time, I'd love to get like a big smoker or like a big spit to put like a pig on, or you know, something big, or half a pig, or even an entire shoulder. Just something like that. You know, perhaps next year when they've got the mushroom festival, perhaps we can do something, get a stand, and you know, everyone else could do it. Why can't we? But yeah, I'll keep you updated and let you know what's happening with it. Afternoon, everyone. Me, the main man, and Lucy, we're just getting out of the house.
Go for a little wander.
Yeah, we ain't done nothing today, really.
No, it's nice to get a bit of fresh air. It's not raining, so make the most of that. George hopefully have a sleep because he hasn't napped yet today.
Yeah, no nap, so we're just going to go out, go for a stroll. Probably end up in one of the cafes and have a quick beer. Yeah, just having a lazy one today. Not done much. It's absolutely chucked it down last night, and then this afternoon it didn't look much better, but it's cleared up a bit now. It's still a bit dull, a bit overcast. So yeah, we're just going to get out, go around the village. We haven't actually been around the village like this for ages, have we?
Not since the summer, I don't think. Well, other than the festival.
Yeah.
But that's a bit different.
Yeah. We're sort of busy, but we're not. We just seem to be doing...
Things just keep popping up.
Yeah, I just think we're both doing separate things. You know, I'm either off the farm or going somewhere. The only things that we do together is, you know, sit at home at the evening, or when we go shopping.
We've been watching like a movie every night though, haven't we? Which has been nice.
Yeah, just re-watching some series as well that we've seen before. Best sort of time of the year to do it, really. But yeah. Tonight, what we've got for dinner, we're doing that, them crackers and that.
But you smoked some meat last night, didn't you?
Yeah, sliced it up, come out really well.
Yeah, it was nice. We're just going to have crackers and cold meat tonight. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done that, hasn't it?
I had quite a big lunch anyway, I don't fancy anything massive.
It's the first with
Dad.
It's the first Sunday in absolutely ages we haven't had a roast.
Yeah, well, we have actually got a big roasting joint that the meat that I done yesterday basically it was a whole.
Oh, you halved it?
Yeah, it was a whole cut of pork, so I cut it in half. I left the bone in for one bit, which is the roasting joint, and the other bit, which was like the loin side. I thought it'd be better to do that because it will slice up a lot easier because it's less fatty. But
we can perhaps do a roast tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
We've got pigs in blankets to do.
Yeah, and then, well, tomorrow we're going to sit down and do
What way do you want to go?
the talking part. If we go straight over, that will be the easiest way. We'll walk around the back.
Still awake.
Bye bye.
Morning everybody, it is Monday. Just on our way to Bric-a-Marché in Vendale. There's a couple of bits we want for the house, including lights or light shades you want to look at, don't you?
Yeah. So the house we've obviously got bulbs in, but no lampshades or lights.
It's just kind of hanging from the ceiling, isn't it? We'll show you when we get back what we mean. But it's like in every single room.
Well, I replaced a light in the bedroom the other day. It was honestly an outside light. I thought it was an outside light. But anyway, we replaced it for an LED light, and it was super cheap. It was actually from Lidl. It was about 12 quid.
Yeah, we just saw it in the middle aisle in Lidl. You can find anything there, can't you? It was about €11, I think. So we thought we'll get it. We actually thought it was going to be like a battery, you know, like you just put it on the wall. That we wanted it for the living room, like an extra light, but it wasn't. So anyway, we fitted that upstairs.
Lloyd, what do you mean we fitted that?
Lloyd fitted it upstairs, and it looks really nice. So we're going to have a look at Bric-a-Marché and see what else they've got, so that we can start just putting a few finishing touches in the rooms, make it a bit more homely. So we'll catch up with you once we get there and show you what they've got.
checking out the lights. We've actually got one that looks just like that in the bedroom. I like the square one. Predominantly we're looking for one for our living room. We can change them anytime, we ain't got to do all of them in one go. But we'll make a decision, we'll find something, or maybe not, but we'll have a look. And we'll see you later. Alright mate. So we're stuck between going for like an LED light like that, or do we actually just go for the more traditional lights? See, I'm leaning towards something like that.
This is the one that I like. Well, there's a couple that I like. We're just trying to figure out what would be brighter in our living room.
So that's pretty much what we got with to begin with when we got the house. So there's no lampshade, there's nothing on there. It's literally just a bulb. So I decided to go for this one in the end. I just think it's going to give us more options, and that way we can direct the light away from the TV, and I think it's just going to be better for us. So I will see you once I've figured out how to fit it.
Hi everybody, today is Friday. Unfortunately we haven't really been able to vlog as much as we wanted to this week. We've all come down ill again, surprise surprise. Thought we were over it and it's hit us again. So the past few days we haven't really been doing a lot. George has gone back to school today. He's actually got his first school Christmas party tonight, so we're hoping that we're going to be able to go to that. We're just going to go pick him up now. See what kind of day he's had. We really don't feel up to going, but if he's all right and he's up to it, then we will go, show our face. Lloyd's made a quiche to take with us because they said, bring a dish or drinks or whatever. So yeah, Lloyd's made a quiche, and we're now getting ready to go pick him up, see what kind of day he's had, how he's feeling, and then possibly go to his little party later. It'd be nice to go. I don't want to miss it. It would be nice. We're just really not feeling up to it. So yeah, that's why it's a bit of a quiet one this week. Next week is Christmas week, so we will be doing a little bit more. Hopefully we'll be feeling a lot better. Can't be feeling much worse. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that, see what we can get up to next week. George breaks up from school next Friday. Don't actually have that much time off. I always thought it was like 3 weeks. But they break up on the 23rd and then they go back on New Year's Day, because obviously New Year's Eve falls... Oh no, not New Year's Day. They'll go back on the 2nd of January because New Year's obviously falls on the weekend this year, same as Christmas. So yeah, they don't have that much time off at all. So we're going to wrap his presents while he's at school next week, get them all ready, put them back in the man cave, hide them up, and then we will put them under the tree Christmas Eve, or Santa will put them under the tree Christmas Eve. So Lloyd's now ready to go. I think I can hear him rustling about in there. So I'm now going to go get George, and we will let you know how he is and if we manage to make it to the school party.
Everyone, I'm going to do an outro for this video. Long story short, we've been super sick this week. Pretty much the same thing as what we had before. We're pretty sure it come from one of the bars we went to last week. So, yeah, our fault. But we were really, really under the weather. And then, yeah, we haven't really been up to much. We've had so much rain. We even had flood warnings, like amber flood warnings. So I've done no work. The houses haven't even been rented, which is understandable because we've had so much rain. Yeah, we've been. I feel like we've been busy. There's so much going on around the house. Luckily, George, he was a bit under the weather, but but he's nowhere near as bad as what we are. But still, we're keeping him full of cowpow and that. But yeah, we last night, although we were extremely tired and we had a bit of a cough, we didn't feel too bad. You know, we thought, oh, we're getting over it now. Happy days. So, you'll see Lucy will put the clips in, or invited. They gave us a bit of paper and it said, "Do you want to go to the Christmas party?" At his school, and we just assumed, well, his class, there's only about 5 or 6 kids, so we thought it was going to be really small. You know, we'll just go into their classroom. And the invitation said, "Oh, bring some food, you know, homemade cooking or cakes or whatever." So I made a quiche, and we knew this was, you know, we had the letter from yeah, we had the letter for about a week before we had to go, and we just started getting ill, and I thought, "Oh, we can't miss it." So yeah, we fell ill, and then a couple of days later we started getting better, and then yesterday was the day of the party, so we went to that thinking it was going to be a small thing, and it was massive. And yeah, it was incredible. It was so nice to see George, you know, up there in front of so many people. Anyone that knows George knows that he doesn't particularly like big crowds. He's young, you know. Although he's a lot better now than what he used to be. I mean, the footage proves that. I'm so proud of him. Although he did look very stroppy, but we picked him up from school at 4 o'clock that evening, or yesterday evening or afternoon. Got home, he had some dinner, and he sat on my chest, and he was almost nodding off. And then in his buggy on the way to the party, again he was nodding off. And on the way up there, me and Lucy were looking at each other a bit puzzled because there was cars everywhere going up to his school, and as soon as we pulled up, it was chaos. You know, the George teacher picked him up and said, "Oh, okay, follow us this way." Her and George went one way. Another teacher took us another way. We went down a set of stairs, which we thought was a nursing home. This is in another build. It's one building, but it's in two halves. And yeah, we went like pretty much down the floor, so it was on the ground, and it was a big stage. And then the next thing you know, it's full of people. I'm talking like there was hundreds of people there. You could barely move. And me and Lucy looked at each other like, "Oh no, George is not going to like this." But we've noticed he started standing like that around the house. I kept saying to Lucy, "Why is he doing that? Why has he got a strop on?" But obviously they've taught him to sort of stay in one space and sort of dance. But yeah, super proud of him for doing that. But we left. We was there for about half hour. George was tired. Me and Lucy were tired, and we said, "Look, can't. We'll go back home. We'll get a good night's sleep, and then we can enjoy the weekend." You know, thinking that we were going to get better. We woke up this morning feeling 10 times worse. I'm a little bit better than what Lucy is. Lucy's got no voice whatsoever, and my head is banging. Just feel weak. I mean, everyone knows I love my food. Over the course of 4 days, I think the first day I just had I had a few chips and gravy, The second day I just had toast. The third day I had a tin of sweet corn. Yesterday I had tin tomatoes. Just tin tomatoes on their own, heated up. And every time we eat, we just feel worse for it, but we know we've got to eat. And this isn't a sob story, this is just an outro, just explaining why the video is a bit mismatchy. We actually had, well, we've done a lot of shopping. We've got a few videos planned to do. Obviously, we've got the bread oven outside. We wanted to do homemade pizzas in the bread oven. So we got all the stuff to do that, but we just feel so rough, so lifeless. And you know, George has been off school because, you know, we don't really want him going to school and giving it to anyone else. It's not fair on them, it's not fair on him. But he got better the same as us. You know, he's going on his slides, so we put him back into school for the, you know, one day, or the last day on Friday, and you know, he's been asleep on me all day today again. And we went to bed at 9:30 last night. We woke up at 9:30, but we're not sleeping well because we're coughing every 10 seconds. It's freezing cold. I mean, we've got the heater on, but obviously you don't want to leave that on all night because it ain't going to do you no good long term. But yeah, we're battling it, but we'll come back. We just need a couple of days to recover, but we got the weekend now. It's a shame because the weather's like, I could have worked today. If I weren't so rough, I could have gone and done a bit of work if the ground weren't too wet, but I think it is due to rain later. Doesn't look too clever. I mean, it's better than what it has been, but it is what it is. But yeah, we've got a few videos lined up that we're really looking forward to doing. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone for all your support. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Just keep watching the videos, like and subscribe, and see you later.